So I decided to do a new video for Bunny because on the last one I got some comments that say my bunny is doing more damage than yours, but I explicitly said in that video that it's not just about damage numbers but about general survivability. And because as you can see, I'm using the Supernova set because this is the play style that I like. I like using this set. I like the effects that it applies, and I don't really need a lot of damage to do everything in the game anyway. I mean, you can one-shot the enemies with, let's say, 500k, or you can one-shot them with 1 million. At the end of the day, you one-shot them. I mean, do you need to one-shot them with 1 million if you can one-shot them with 500k or 300k? To me, it doesn't make much difference. But one thing that I didn't clarify from my previous video is that I was doing around 400k on enemies that are resistant on normal to electric. Like if they are resistant, the damage would be something like 250, 300k, and if they are normal, the damage is around 500k. So, and I can show you this. For example, if we spawn enemies like this, you would see that I'm doing around 450k damage on crit, or okay, it's around 600. Yeah, 660k on these guys. But if I spawn enemies with that are weak to electric, like these ones,
No chance.
okay, so you will see that the damage starts ramping up, and now you can see that we are hitting for 700k, 720 something. So it's about the damage of the enemy. Are they resistant or normal or prone to electric? On enemies that are weak to electric, you can, with this build, you can hit around 700k. Yes, it's still less than 1 million, but it's still enough to one-shot them. And again, this is the build that I like for everything, because I like the effect of the set, right? It's not because I just want to run and I just like this playstyle. But the other reason why I'm making this video is because I decided to also switch to another build. It's just more crit oriented build. For that purpose is because you have to, in order to use Bunny, in my opinion, right, with this build, to use her for general gameplay, and by general gameplay I mean mobbing and bossing and everything. So far, for example, I only got the ultimate Bunny, and then with her I found everything so far that I have, and as you can see, I already managed to obtain all ultimates. I farmed all of them except for Ajax, from which I just need 2 more pieces, and I used Bunny for all the farming of everything. And from the rest of the Descendants, I also found Freyna, Viessa, Ajax, and Sharon, I think. Yeah, and everything was with Bunny, really, and all the weapons that I managed to farm, and the ones in the storage, all with Bunny, everything with Bunny, and so I used her, in intercept bosses, in void bosses, um, in infiltration missions, on hard mode, everything. Right, the end bosses of the infiltration, I also kill them with her. I'm using it for the entire content of the game, and for this purpose I need a combination of good damage with good survivability. I don't want to get one shot, I don't want to get two shot. Right, if I mess up something, I want to actually survive and have a chance to correct the mistake, right? I don't want to instantly restart the mission, or the boss fight, because I died stupidly. So for this, you can't just go 1.5k HP and a shit ton of damage and hope that either you one-shot them or they one-shot you. It just stupid gameplay, in my opinion, because it's a gamble. It's a gamble. Will I one-shot them or will they one-shot me? Well, let's find out. That's what I don't like, and that's the reason why I made this build. But if you don't insist on playing the Supernova set, you can actually go with still good survivability, but then mod for more damage, and you can hit million or above million, and still have the same amount of HP and defense, and I can show you this. So now I have double max HP, then again basically the same as the Supernova. Where was it? Let me see. Yeah, like here it's max MP, but instead of MP recovery out of combat, I have chill resistance. So now if we take a look, I have nice resistance except for the fire resistance. I have good defense and 4.5k life. And previously I was running with less resistances, the same amount of defense and less HP, and I didn't have problem surviving. And I had 8k HP or 8.2, something like that, just barely above 8k. So this means that now that I have this life just from the components, I can easily remove this and this mode, and I can still have, I can show you, maybe around 10k HP. No, okay, it's 9.3k. It's still more than what I was having using the Supernova set. So if you don't insist on using the Supernova set, you can remove this. Here you can place was it skill insight? No, it's skill concentration. Yes, so you can put skill concentration for crit hit damage, and then here you can put either focus on singular for more damage, or more something for range, right? And then you can hit for 1 million or more than 1 million, because you will have way crazier crit damage multiplier. Because I decided to test that and show you that you can actually do this if you don't insist on having the Supernova, but still maintaining good survivability, in order to not sacrifice the health and the defense and resistances. but then you have to either sacrifice like crazy amount of damage, or if you want to put more range, or you can sacrifice the range and put more damage. So because the skill concentration for the crit damage is a must if you want to hit a million and above. And then the other empty slot would be either more skill power, like the focus on singular, or skill range. It's up to you, but I would just go for skill range in that case, because honestly, if you go with this, you would still be hitting nearly for 1 million. And at this point, I don't see point having more damage than more range. More range would be more useful to me than more damage. So it's time for me to modify these slots, and once I'm done, I'll get back to you.
Mission complete. Well done, Descendant. No chance!
Okay, so here we are after changing the polarity of the slots, releveling, and as you saw from the short clips with the boss fights, that was after the polarization. So what changed is, as I already described. So at the end, I said that I will go for for the skill concentration and range. But the thing is that if I went with the range, the cooldown would be with 0.7 seconds longer than my duration. So there would be, I wouldn't be able to like constantly be in my third ability. So for that reason, at the end, I decided to go for focus on singular because it gives you just enough cooldown to bring it your cooldown below the amount of your duration. So the duration is 20 seconds and the cooldown is almost 19 seconds. That means that by the time your skill is over, you can immediately reactivate it. Is it necessary to go with the more damage? No. So these guys are prone to do electricity. Let's see what's the damage. Okay, 1,300,000. See? It's 1,300,000 damage. And the electrocution is around 270. Okay.
No chance.
So it's 1,300,000 on these guys that are prone to toxic. If we check on the other factions, it would be less. I think these guys are supposed to be resistant to electric. So it's 800,000 on these guys. No, 900? Yeah, around 850,000 on these guys, or 900. But the average is 850, I would say. And if we go with the Legion of Darkness, around 938. Yeah, so 938 for these guys and around 850 for the others and 1,300,000 for Order of Threat, which are prone to weak to electricity because they're toxic. So do you need this amount of damage? No, in my opinion, you don't really need this damage. I mean, if you like numbers, by all means, sure, if you go with this, it's better for the intercept bosses, but for the general game, you don't really need this much damage. And in my opinion, you should play what you enjoy. If you enjoy the Supernova, it's completely enough to play Supernova with the previous setup that I showed you. If you enjoy this, the effect of the Supernova, which I really like the effect. I like that the design of this set I liked really a lot because it's something very cool that the boss has, and when you fight this boss and you see this cool effect that starts doing, like dropping thunderbolts from the sky everywhere, and I'm like, man, if I could have this, it would be awesome if I could do this in the game, right? And then, you know, the devs actually provided you a way to actually do it. You can farm this set from him and do exactly this, and it's very cool. It's very cool idea. It's very cool design. I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. Yes, if you play this and you don't want to get one shot and have good survivability for general use, then your damage would be half of what I'm doing now. right? Because I was doing around 500 something at most, right, on crits. Now I'm doing 1,300,000 against these guys, and around 900k on the other guys. But both are completely fine for the general game. Like the 90% of the content of the game you can do it both ways. But for the intercept bosses, this is a better setup, yes, and while still maintaining good survivability. But then you don't get the cool effect of the supernova, right? If you care about that, of course. If you care about just number goes up, then by all means this is the build that most likely will provide you the highest number in terms of damage, and very good survivability, because as you can see I have resistance to almost everything except fire. But then if I can get my fire resistance here and max HP here, I'll be just, if you get a auxiliary with max HP, double max HP, and but the max HP should be yellow or maybe high and purple, and then fire resistance, that would be the best in slot, and that would provide you just so good survivability. As you can see, I have 32k defense, but that's on level 9 bunny. So if I max it out, it would be 36k, and my HP would be around 9.3k, which is quite nice. So you are not gonna get one shot, or you're not gonna die so easily, as squishy as she is. So that's it. That's for the video. If you just enjoy numbers, then by all means, this is a very good build in my opinion for just pure numbers. But the most enjoyable build for me in terms of money so far was the one with the Supernova set. So that's it from me. I'm out.